Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome back to the weekly review special for week 3 in the 4th year of the Gaming Decathlon competition. This week I brought in 3,596 points, which is a massive drop from where we were a week ago of 4,431 points. However, I was expecting up to a 1,400 point drop and figured that it would be about 1,000 by the time all was said and done. It's less than that. It's not quite 800, but it's less than the 1,000 that I expected, so better than expected. I'll take it. Best round of 46-48, still elusive. We have not topped that. It's been nearly a year since we scored that one. We've gotten close multiple times. Last week was one of those times. We were only 200 points away from it. Things happen, and I reset games a lot more frequently these days, and so a number of games don't reach the score line necessary to kind of help boost that overall. Current virtual best 39.46, 800 less than a week ago, 47.92, but again, new title inserted, and the title that went out had nearly 100 points. 1,000, 960. So 960 points wiped out, 5 points replacing it. So we lost 955 points right there. All-time virtual best 8,895. It is an improvement from last week's 8,872, only a small improvement, but it is a change. Now, breaking down the games individually, PCM 20, we have career mode, 384 points in that one. Again, continuing that track, but we're in the middle of the Tour de France and have been all week. We will be finishing up the Tour de France next week, and so we should see a big jump in score. Right now, we lead the race. I don't know if we're going to win the race. I don't think we're the favorite to win the race, but I do think we are destined for a podium. In the Champions experiment, brand new series, started up late last week. 5 points so far. But in that experiment, we started with every single rider, literally a 50 in every attribute. The minimum. The bare minimum. We're already into the low 60s now, but that's still horrendously bad. Big improvement, short period of time, but still bad. But say 68, 70 isn't so bad. So we're not that far away from that. So we're going to get competitive soon. Right now, we've only managed to score 5 points. It will be better, but mostly into next season. Speaking of, Women's Tour is into its next season and already 52 points and already multiple wins. We're making that progress. That's 79. That could be down in a week. That's 3 episodes to get 52 points when a whole season got us to 79. Mostly the same riders, not a huge difference, but the progression and the potential is so much better now, and we're starting to see the results. So I see that one coming. Now, all 3 of those follow the career mode score line, if you're curious about that. FM21, we have worst to first. Zero to hero, they both follow the same scoring method as well. For worst to first, we came to the end of our first season and we finished with 64 points. Second season getting underway, and so far we're actually progressing nicely. And season 2 is looking a lot better. Not performance, win-loss record, but in terms of progression. It's showing now that we've gone to a full-time status as we turned professional. So we're starting to see a bit more rapid development by the players, as they didn't develop terribly well in season 1. But facilities, nothing. Coaching, really, really poor. Got better as the season went on. Part-time status. Now, full-time status, 2 months away. So into next week, we'll figure out how that does for a change. But 2 months away from facility upgrade coming. And the coaching staff, bit by bit, is getting better as we improve our reputation throughout the season. And then in Zero to Hero, new season started. We ended last season with 238 points. We just started the new season. We're barely into it. However, we've already outscored the previous season. One big reason for that is through the first 4 bottom tiers, tier 6 through tier 7, there's only 25 points across the baseline on how that changes. So each level, we start the season with 25 more points than we had the previous season as we climb a level. Now, from the 5th tier, it's a 50-point jump. So higher increase in that base score. Eventually, it's going to be a 100-point jump. I think Premier League has a 500-point base. So that's a big boost. Also, FA Cup, FA Trophy. So multiple tournaments ongoing, picking up some points, getting a little deeper into those competitions, starting a little deeper into the FA Cup. And that all adds up to additional points. Hence the fact that even though it's early season, we have already outscored last season's score. Empire of Sin, that's the big one this week. It went from 652 to 738. Not quite a 100-point jump, but not far from it. And that jump was also enough to put us into the top 10 in the all-time virtual best, just climbing onto that list. Also opening up a pathway for the 3 games on the outside looking in. Empire of Sin's spot is replaced by the Women's Tour, so it's been a while since we've seen a score line under 100 on that list, but there it is. It's 61st of 72 games now that I have scores recorded for. A couple of those was zeros, but 72 games. So 79 points puts you just about at the bottom. It's a little sad, though, that there are, 11 games? 12? 11 games below 79 points. Not even a 10% success rate. So that's a little harsh that there's that many games that I've struggled, but there are some series that even if I loved it, could have done really well with it. They just didn't take off, and so we moved on after just a handful of episodes that it wasn't going to go too far. There's some series that no matter what, I do it because I love the game, and I just do that for me, even without the audience. All-time virtual best, that small improvement with Empire of Sin cracking the top 10 list was enough to boost us up one more spot comparatively to the actual Olympic Decathlon, passing the great American Dan O'Brien, who when I was a kid got this score, but was the Olympic gold champion, and is where I learned of the decathlon, because I was in the right age range to live and experience his journey through winning the decathlon at the Olympics. Just about to 8,900, and not too far off now from Ashton Eaton's record, which Ashton Eaton was a student at the University of Oregon at the same time as I was, and I saw him a number of times. I did not know him personally, but I did see Ashton Eaton a number of times in person. So that'll be exciting when I pass him up. That's going to do it for this review special. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Be safe out there, and bye for now.